Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Gianna.
And welcome to the We Talk About It All podcast,
where we talk about it all and give you our opinions.
AKA the opinions no one ever asked for. And the faces, wow.
Because those potatoes reek. They smell like farts. They smell like farts.
Do you really think people want to hear that?
They stink. I'm gagging. That's worse than broccoli.
I don't even smell them. You're crazy. So we're going to talk about difficult relationships. I don't know. I think I'm in one right now.
She didn't come up with a plan for today.
I have a plan. It's all in here, and I'm pointing to my head right now.
And I said, have you finalized the idea for the podcast?
And I said yes. Because I had finalized the idea.
You were going to come with
Nope. You said I was coming with a pad and pen. I said I finalized the idea. It's all up in here.
Now you're changing your tune. Because when I asked you earlier, you said, no. I didn't do it, no.
No, but I did finalize. I thought about this. I did a lot of research, FYI.
So where is it? You don't have a photographic memory. No.
No, when I refer to research, I am saying I was listening.
It's loosely quoted.
No, I was listening to podcasts to get look at these podcasts. I told you I added podcasts.
Okay. I'm just saying you don't have any.
No actual notes. No.
So anything she quotes is a little ad-lib.
I'm not quoting anybody. Who said I was quoting somebody?
Just okay.
She's quoting me, but no one told her to quote me because I never said quote me. So, who has a relationship quite like this? Typically, we get along. I don't know. It's when she gets in these spells.
Because I gave you an extra 2 days to get your notes finalized. We're just going to chit-chat. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Shut it, chit.
I'm sorry if one chat's angry, but that's just the way it is.
Okay, well, go ahead, get into it. Let's get right into it.
She's fresh off a workout. You'd think she'd be better. No.
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's.
Well, don't look at me to start because this is all you.
No, I'm just waiting for you to settle down a little bit. So, no, I wanted to discuss difficult relationships, whether it's like bosses or work or coworkers or families and friends. We've all had somebody. I'm having somebody right now at work.
I thought you said you weren't going to specify it.
I didn't specify it.
I just told you. I thought we discussed when we talked originally about
I know, and I didn't specify it. I have a couple of difficult people right now. So it could be anybody. To be honest, it's a group. To be honest. So, there you have it.
Okay.
Have you ever had some difficult folks?
I'm glad you say presently because who am I talking to?
Apparently me, and
nobody.
I'm having a difficult relationship right now with you.
Yeah.
Why, I don't know. Communication
probably.
is key. This is what I've learned in all the podcasts. Communication is key.
My answer's probably.
I know you have.
Oh.
I know you've had a few difficult things with family, some friends.
Oh, yes.
Some challenges. I
don't know if I can say some of them.
No, look, we all have problems with people, and because not everybody is the same, and I'm in a challenging situation right now with someone at my job where they really want to get along with me, and I just can't do it.
You sound like you're the challenging one, then.
You know what? To be honest with you,
it's all your fault.
I do think so, in a way. No, I really do. I'm going to tell you why. Because I was listening, as I said, to some podcasts and to some inspirational stuff, and I found this Instagram site that was like motivational quotes and things, but it was quotes and like people. But it was quotes like where it was video quotes, like not just a word. So it was like sports players and like all these like high profile people. Oh, am I boring you? I'm sorry. She's yawning over here, folks. Now I'm going to move my leg just for that. The reason I say I think it is me is because all the things that I was learning about, it was saying that I'm letting the person steal my joy and I'm just freely giving my
I'm not going to deny that because I get calls down. So-and-so, and that is pissing me off, and I hate him right now.
Yeah, I do that.
It's a lot. Like, the only time she calls me during the day is to
I've been better, though. Today, I've been better.
Yeah, you only called me about a positive thing, and that was it.
Well,
every other day. I'm not gonna lie, yesterday, and I was like a little worried because I figured
Somebody killed
either
somebody?
either
Or I went
either
to
the
jail?
person was giving you a lot of privacy and quiet time and you were basking in it, or they weren't letting you go out of their sight. And I was like, positive and negative, but you know what?
No, because she didn't have to hear about it.
I'll figure it out later. She'll tell me.
She won't have to hear about it later. Look, I definitely am given, like, I realized today I have to stop doing that, like, because I'm making it more challenging than I need to. I have to step away from the person, not engage as much, and when I do engage, just give the answer and move on and know that they're not going to be the way I want them to be. And that's honestly the true ticket, is you have to accept the person the way they are. No, I'm not going to make them into the person I want them to be. They are never going to remember the answers I give them 101 times. Yeah. And I'm not the only person that says this, so there's that.
Are you trying to brush off the blame of yourself?
No, but
Sounds like it.
No, but I will say that I do not feed off of it, but I once I get into the spiral of like them getting under my skin, I just keep going and going, and I can't get out.
I just thought of one for me.
Really?
Yeah, our neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's never not been. Well, okay, so we lived in a house.
You do have a problem with neighbors.
I do. We lived in a house, and when we lived in the house,
We had problems with neighbors.
The lady behind us was called the nasty neighbor, and the worst part was the kid's bedroom. I thought about this. The kid's bedroom looked right into the pisser for us.
Into the bathroom, yeah.
And sometimes, you gotta crack that window. It's stinking.
You had no choice. You really
Like
had
if
to.
it was really like smelling in there, and like here's the thing. So if you go, the bathroom was like a long hall, our old bathroom. So you'd
Can you
shut.
pause that?
Okay, so she had to go stir those stinky potatoes over there. No,
They're
but
going to be quite tasty when it comes.
lovely. What I was
together.
saying though was we had like a long hallway. Like it was like the door, then it was a room to the attic, then like what would you call it? Like a linen closet, then a shower, then across from the shower was like the toilet and the sink, and then there was just like the other wall was long, but then it was like a window all the way at the end. But the thing was, it's like if you got up to shut that door, you're not trekking all the way down there. Like, you're not trekking back to the door. So, it wasn't like, oh, just let me pop the door open. So you had to crack the window to let the smell out. And sometimes you'd see a bunch of young adult men looking in at the bathroom. And it's kind of like...
Yeah, because that was a bedroom or some kind of weird room there.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
They used to sit and, like, watch TV.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was in there, but yeah.
You know how I should have prefaced this room, the bathroom? It was so long that we once put a toddler crib mattress in there and laid down when we had the stomach virus.
In the bathroom, yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't do that in our new one.
It honestly wasn't as long as you think it was.
It just
I think
felt
because you were little, it felt well.
long.
No, it was long. It was longer.
It was
that like if you
abnormally
wanted
long.
to get up and go, like you said, to open the door to crack it or to turn on the fan. We did have a fan in the bathroom. You didn't want to get up from because
We did.
we did have a fan.
I do remember a
It was
lot of
very,
things
very
not
loud.
working in that
No,
house.
it was very, very loud. Like you didn't really want to turn it on because you felt like it was
Yeah.
gonna take
so
you away.
They had an issue. But the other people on the other side of us, they were nice. The only issue was like that girlfriend that came in the pool. But I never like had physical
No,
issues with them.
He was
the
very
other
nice.
ones. She was just always so nasty. Don't throw the ball over the fence. Yapping dog.
you always have somebody like that though. But you are that.
Well, okay, yeah, so my real issue started when we moved into an apartment because obviously for the first 14 years of my life, I did not have to deal with anybody. I could be as loud as I want, do what I want, never have to hear anybody pretty much.
Yeah.
And it like when it was just us alone, it was just us and like a cat. One cat, and she was a quiet cat, not like these two, like you guys hear them causing ruckus. She was like an old lady kind of cat.
Yeah,
even though
she
was
sat on the
really young.
couch like an old lady.
Yeah. But when we moved into another apartment, when we first moved in, we found out actually after our second neighbor, like a couple people went through us. Like we stayed the longest probably out of all of our neighbors.
Oh yeah.
So above us, we found out that he had a carpet up there. So we didn't really hear him. He was also just like a quiet, very relaxed kind of guy
Yeah.
up there. And then below us, we had a couple with kids. And they were like fighting. But like they didn't, when they fought, it was entertaining. And you didn't hear
Kinda.
them other than that.
Yeah.
Then upstairs moved out. Then we got our second longest. She was the longest neighbor. She lived there past us.
Yeah, but the problem it started when they took the rug
They
out.
pulled the rug up. They redid her bathroom,
Yeah.
so you could hear her like walking, and she was heavy footed. her boyfriend, whoo, I listen, it may sound creepy, but it wasn't like a huge building, so you knew everybody's car.
Yeah.
So I knew when I'd see that boyfriend's blue lowrider pull up, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Why though? Why are you upset about that? That her boyfriend comes to visit her.
Boom, because you weren't supposed to. Also, he came during COVID, and we weren't supposed to have guests during COVID. Nobody followed the COVID rules in that building. And then below us switched out, and we had a couple with the girlfriend.
Jeff
Oh my
Bezos.
god. Yes, Jeff Bezos. He would sell on an Amazon shop, and our landlord said, "Yeah. You guys know Jeff Bezos lives under you. The guy who runs Amazon."
He really believed
He
that
believed
he
it.
ran.
That man also popped a wheelie down the road and fell off the bike and hit his head with no helmet on. And that's so traumatizing. That's like a story that we'll just have to do like one episode where we just talk about stories from our apartment because it's crazy. This is just. But oh my god, it would be her upstairs walking. This girl downstairs.
She opened a file on her.
Stop! Don't that no. No.
No, like a file, like so that you could like tell the landlord like this is what's going on.
Yeah, like that.
But it was like.
But downstairs, like also the girl with that, we you put if you live in an apartment, you put your ear on the floor to hear what's going on.
Nobody else probably does.
Yes, they do. You put it. So we wanted to see what jokes is he telling. The jokes weren't funny. Who the hell? They weren't funny. They were the worst jokes I've ever heard. They weren't even like a dad joke. They were just unfunny. And then he moved out, and we got another guy right before we left. He was really quiet.
Yeah.
He was really good. And then we moved here.
And we thought we were in the clear.
Yeah, because we moved in, and
I
it was
thought there's nothing for her to complain about, nothing for her to watch outside the window, because she would also complain about the window. She would let things like that bother her too. Like if somebody was having a parade.
Oh, because we were literally on a main street there.
We are.
Like,
yeah.
And it was like the main one of the town, so it was really bad. But when we moved here, you can hear up and down here, which is really amazing.
It's different because you used to hear side to side.
Now,
Like talking.
Well, now we hear side to side. So you've been here since we've moved in. We actually, if you've been watching our other podcast, you know we had a neighbor here. He had a dog, and they had an extra room, and he had turned this into the office. And you'd occasionally hear the dog scurry around, hit the tail. And now every day I take that damn dog Cashew for granted. I'm like, I miss you, Cashew, because now, as you know, if you've been here, father and mother and 2 kids. Did they make it a bedroom? No, they've made it a den where father likes to stay in the room till about 1, 2, 3 in the morning, playing video games, shouting, cursing, playing with his friends. And then during the day, they bring the child in here. She screams. Sometimes they lock the kid in there.
Yeah, we've
Yeah, and the worst part is, like, you'd be like, okay, you should tell your building about that, especially if they're locking it. We have. We were in the gym today, and they were touring our downstairs. We're gonna get a new downstairs neighbor, so pray for us. I pray for not an active balcony user, because I think that's going to scare the cats if they hear talking.
They have a balcony below us. That's not going to be good.
I hope that they have a clean balcony, because the other girl would just chucked crap. She had pallets on her balcony, broken mirror. That's how we knew she moved out. It was clean. We were like, oh, did she clean?
It's like, oh, somebody finally cleaned the balcony.
But the landlord today, because we did this for a month. This has been a month. We messaged them, then they emailed us a month later after we sent them another message, and then they emailed us. We emailed them back saying, hey, no, this is not cleared up. Today we were in the gym, and he was touring with the people that I think are moving probably downstairs. He opened the gym door to show it. I didn't see his face, but you said he was riddled with fear a little bit.
Yeah, he saw me and he went like, oh, like he just didn't want me to say anything because he just wanted to keep going. And he kind of didn't open the door all the way because I think he just let her peek in and like, just
let her walk in, and look.
Yeah, the lady.
I was like, you should have told him, can you come out?
But you see, that's what's funny is like stuff like that, like people like that don't get to me. Like, yes, would I like them to be quiet? Of course. Of course. No, but it gets... that is the equivalent of this guy at my job. It gets so far under your skin, you can't think about anything else.
What the hell are you doing? What do you mean? Why are you walking like you're gonna come to the floor? Why is your kid screaming? Tell it to be quiet. I don't know. Don't lock it in the room next to somebody. And then this is the new thing. This kid runs. She runs, but it sounds like she's running on our wall. Maybe she is. I told her
maybe she's special and she can do some superhero shit. I told her the other day
in our old apartment, I got bit by a spider, and they should just be grateful that I didn't get Spider-Man kind of powers because I would never stop walking on the walls. ever.
Well,
That's what
apparently she's got, maybe the little brother's hoisting her up or
Oh,
something.
well,
I
he
don't
was
know.
screaming today.
I don't know. Yeah,
And-
but
and
I
to
get
the-
like about
and
1,000. She
you know
talks about
what's-
my text messages. I get
Well,
paragraphs.
no, because well, they're mostly
And
theories.
audios.
They're theories, but I'm also sending you texts so we have timestamps so we can tell our building about this. Because it's like it's literally 24/7. They're quiet now. They must have gone out for
No,
dinner.
I think they're in there.
I hope not. Imagine they had their like ear to the wall, like listening. By the way, all of this that we're talking about, you don't even need to put your ear to the wall. And they're so loud that we've learned everybody's name in that apartment because that's how loud they've said it. Like that's the worst part. Is like that's how loud it is, and it ricochets out into the hallway, into the. I can't.
Yeah,
I
but
can't.
she
It
really
pisses me off.
has
because
no-
it's just like, why?
But I said to her, be careful what you wish for, because if they leave, you don't know what you're going to get.
I know where I'm kind of like, I don't know, like I don't, because there she is. She's running.
She's running, yeah.
She's running. Because I'm
Stump,
like,
stump, stump,
I'm like, this building goes for like parents and like young teenage roommate kind of college people, and I'm like, I think I'd rather a screaming kid than
I think
college
they
roommates.
did that in the beginning, and I don't think they're doing that
I think
anymore.
they're trying to go for
I think they're
couples.
doing mostly couples. I think that was what they did in the very beginning, because I think
They didn't know, and they learned their lesson with
I
that.
think they learned their lessons, but
So-
but it's like you can't. I don't know. Like I think you got to get it across to people. You can't do the stuff like that. But it's you also the same way that I do. Like you give
Yeah,
that you
it's
give your
just
your
so
thing right
annoying.
up to them, and that's not a good thing. And there's no controlling you. There's no
Now-
stopping her. I gotta
now-
let her run her
No,
gamut.
what's more annoying to me now than them is the fact that the building's ignoring it. Like, it's not like, this is not, I think they think it's just happened like, oh, one Monday and then maybe a Thursday. It's every day. In the words of Jake Paul,
No,
it's every day, bro.
Oh my God, we're quoting that. That's the quote we want to go with, huh?
No.
Oh brother. Like in her defense, and she gets
And
excited
it's
because I have
starting to get
validated.
under your skin now.
No, I have
Sometimes.
validated some of what she is witnessing because she is here and I'm not always. So I have validated it. So I know that makes you feel better. And at work, somebody validated my boss
Yeah.
validated my feelings that he also feels the same way about this person. And
Yeah. That made me feel a little bit better.
It did, I
It
have to
makes me
say.
feel so much better when I see
But
you
it
get annoyed
doesn't-
by it.
but it doesn't stop me from like.
Oh no, I'm
I
still
can't-
pissed off,
yeah.
but it makes me feel so much better because in the old building, you just let me think that I was crazy about her upstairs, heavy footing it around with her boyfriend.
Yeah, but some
This-
stuff I try to explain to her. You
Okay,
moved-
that was an old building.
No,
so
but
now
what
I
I was
understand.
trying to say is you did move into an apartment. Like, this is the thing. Hold on. The stuff that I was learning about, that I was listening to about this on podcasts and stuff that I found one guy that was really good. I think his name is, I'd have to look Lamet or something. He was a good guy, but he had a lot of inspirational stuff and like how you should like help yourself and stuff. But the problem is like some of the stuff that he was saying was like, all right, so you may have to just remove yourself from the situation.
Where the hell am I gonna
Well,
go?
that's what I'm saying. Like some of it, I was like, dude, I can't
You could
leave
be
my
in the,
job,
you
and
could
we
be in
can't
the
leave the
bathroom
apartment.
peeing, and you can hear
so-
this kid screaming. That's like how loud it is. That's like the thing too. It's like it's not like if anybody thinks it's like a muffled. It's not. If you've actually listened to some of our podcasts, because you can actually hear her
Yeah,
screaming
yeah.
on the mic to the point where the other day, when she was having the tantrum, you called me on the phone to see if you could hear it, and you could hear
Yeah, and
her.
you
So
could
it's
hear it.
not like like I'm not
It's
just.
funny because it'll get to you sitting here. It doesn't get to me so much when I'm sitting here. It gets to me when I'm in the bathroom.
No, because
I don't know
it's-
why.
I
I'm like,
think-
if I was trying to take a nice, relaxing bath, I'd be so pissed off right now.
No, but
that
I
I'd have to
think
listen to that.
My logic would be why it would piss me off more over there is because it's like it's coming out of your
Yeah.
through your door down to the hall to my door
Yeah.
and into my bathroom and actually all the way into my living room, and it's like it's not just like, oh, you're sitting in silence. You should no. We have an air, we have a dehumidifier, we got an air purifier,
We've got
we
a
got
lot of white
TV.
noise, yeah.
Like it's not like you shouldn't
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you fix that though, but it's
like I think now it really is like I was saying with the landlord, like that's where the issue is like
See, I think difficult people in families and friends are a little bit easier because I feel like you can speak to them a little bit, or
Yeah.
somehow maybe because you love them, you ignore it. But when it's not a person that you love or like,
no.
it's so much harder.
Well, because if it's like a family thing, it's like hypothetically, we do hope to move out of this apartment and move somewhere else, right? And you hope to get a better job. So, like, you know, in the end, that you are not going to be with these people forever. But like I'm saying, with like a family member, I think why you are more keen to resolve it is like you're kind of stuck with that person, even if it's like, okay, I really don't agree. You know that, like, okay, well, we may not be cool. But, you know, you have cousins, you have aunts, you have uncles that are going to invite these people to other parties, so you might as well just be cool, even if you're never going to get back to that. But the other thing, too, with that is
square. You have time to, like, chances are you don't see them all the time, so you do have time to, like, be at a distance, and maybe, like, you know, it'll simmer down, or it'll forget, or it'll move on.
It's like, I think it's like when it's like how you're saying, you're going to work 5 days out of the week.
Sometimes more. You're here.
I'm here every day, every single day listening.
There's no running.
So it's like there's no break. I've even tried. I've put headphones on to try to like cancel it out. It's like at least for you, it's like, I mean, yeah, you can kind of maybe like be like, I have to go deal with something else and not talk to them, or you come home. But my thing is like, I've put headphones on. I've tried to ignore it. I can still hear it. I mean, I don't have noise canceling headphones, but like, come on.
No, but it is hard because like. I said to her too, I said, what happens if they come over here and say something to us? Like, because it's kind of going to be obvious that when and if they do say something, that it was us. And like, that's the other thing that I don't want to deal with is like conflict. And like my situation at work is the same way, that like, so I've been trying to avoid being around this person and not like interacting with them. And now it brought more conflict because they've made comments to other people that, oh, they don't like me or this or that. And it's like, no, I needed to distance myself from them. And it's like, ugh. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a tough.
I'm thinking. Well, I mean, at least with yours, you could just be like, yeah, I had some you could blame it on like a personal thing. To be like, oh yeah, that's why I was so distant that, you know, when you were talking about this.
I said to her, I don't know what I would do if I opened the door and they were like,
you don't have to answer the door for anybody.
Says, we don't answer the door.
I've never opened the door for anybody in my life.
That's true.
I've only you. I maybe family members. Even though I remember, this is really good. I remember in middle school. No, right? The first year of high school. I think we were in the house, right?
Yeah.
My social worker, knock, knock, knock. Gianna, open up. You got to come to school. While you were at work. Do you remember that? She showed up at the house to try to get me to come out.
Yeah, which I didn't.
And which you had to call. No, and you had to call her and be like, she won't open the door for anybody.
Yeah, I'm like, first of all, I've told her not to open the door for anybody.
Like, it's like, you know when people like now they have those like poles that you put on your door to lock. We had a flagpole because we couldn't get back.
We made our own.
So we had it like jammed to the door in like a closet. It was great. Nobody was getting in, but like it was like a high tech. It was like the low.
Now we got
budget one.
A real.
Now you got like one of those real ones, but like I just remember, I was like, listen. I gotta get the flagpole off and then open the door, and then there's another door. I'm not coming out. I'm not going to school with her. But like, what was she gonna do? Like, I think about that. Like, was I just gonna get in her car and she was gonna take me?
It sounds like another difficult person you had to deal with.
Oh, every single guidance counselor I've ever dealt with was difficult. Think about it.
That's true.
2nd grade, didn't like her.
Well, they all want you to do what they want you to do. That's part of the problem.
Okay, so the first few people were kind of like, you are just shy. So that was the thing. So they just thought they could get me to talk. And then the next few in middle school, she was just a nasty wench. I'll say it. I don't care. Oh. Nasty wench. Look, my town had an Instagram for guidance counselors. And I saw her face and I was just like, PTSD. Oh my God. I saw a thing. I accidentally was checking my emails. I needed a code to get into my Lego account. They dropped new Lego helmets. And I went on and it refreshed and I saw like all these emails that I had sent to teachers saying, I wasn't in there today. What did we learn?
Oh, God.
And I had ones even saying like, hey, my friend's going to be out today. Because that was my thing. They would always put me in the same gym class as my friend. And I had one that was like, she's not going to be in gym today. It's really giving me a lot of anxiety. And I think if I could skip gym, I'd come to school today. And I saw her response. She's like, I'm really proud of you for taking this initiative and doing this. She's like, we can definitely work something out. I was like, okay. I just thought that, I was like, oh my God, I forgot I used to have to send those emails. Oh my
God, I would have got rid of that stuff.
I didn't even know they were there. I thought they deleted, but no. I just found them all of a sudden. So that was fun. So no, even at high school, she wasn't as bad, that lady.
No, she was nice.
No, she was definitely probably
She
the
was one
best.
that came to the house, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was nice.
She was nice.
trying.
Yeah. I think it was like her first
She
real
genuinely
case.
wanted to help you. No,
Yeah.
I don't think it was, but she had kids that had the same thing.
Yeah.
So she had a clue of like what you were dealing with. She definitely wanted to help you, but the majority of them, it's basically they are difficult people as well, because if you don't do what they want you to do, then you're, and I'm sorry, I'm not doing that anymore. Like I'm not. That's a big thing too, where like you have to be able to say no to people, and I'm like, that's why I'm like, I can't.
Yeah. I mean, there have been friendships too that I've had. Surprisingly, though, I will say this. My best friend that I had, we just one day graduated and never talked again, which is so crazy.
Yeah,
Like, it
it
wasn't
is
like
weird.
a fight. It was just like we both, like, I think towards the last month of school, I kind of knew I knew it was gonna happen the whole time I was in school. I know I was probably never gonna sadly talk to her ever again. I just kind of knew, because I was like,
Well, I think
we
you
didn't
guys
agree.
were,
We didn't agree on a lot of things, but we never fought ever. But I just like I knew
we never talked about any of the stuff.
No.
There's a heavy religion on one side.
Yeah, there was a lot of
not
morals,
on yours.
morals that we both didn't view the same, and I kind of like I was like I knew, and I wasn't like I'm not upset that I don't talk to her anymore, but it was just kind of like I knew, and it was like the next. I think maybe we texted a few times after graduation, and then it was just like never again. Even my one other friend, we had another friend, and she had moved. Never. I don't even. They look at my Instagram story though.
I can't say that I have any friends that I had any
I only had
difficulty
one.
with.
Well, see, it wasn't even like. Once again, maybe this is my fault at this point. I'm looking back. I had.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I had switched schools when I was going to middle school to go to a Catholic school. So you say no religion, but it wasn't. I wasn't going for the religious reason. I was going because there was 30 kids in like your sixth grade.
We thought that would work better. It doesn't.
No, it was worse because I didn't know anybody, and all these kids were
I think
so
you would have been.
outspoken.
I think you would have been fine if you went there from the get go, but to go
Because they were all really nice, all the people that I did talk to, but they were just like, they were all very much extroverts. There was not a single like introvert in that whole school, which was crazy. But I guess that's the power of God. I don't know.
Yes. I don't know. I'm just saying that.
No, but I had done that, and then like my best friend, we did not go to the same school, but my other best friend at that time, I don't even like calling her that, but we did go to the same school. That's how we stayed friends. And then when I switched schools, because
She was very upset about that too, though, that you weren't going to go to school.
yeah, and
with
I
her.
think that was probably more on her part. I think she
Yeah.
felt betrayed. So then she
But
buddied
she
up.
knew how you were. Like, she knew that you
Yeah.
had anxiety and stuff like that. She did know.
And then she kind of like buddied up with this other girl who I was kind of like, not that I was like on bad terms with, but I personally just, I don't know. I
She
didn't
was
really,
not somebody you would be friends
it
with.
was just, yeah, she was not. And like, there was a third girl. Remember her too? I can't remember.
Oh.
She had black hair.
Oh, God. What
I
was that
can't remember
girl's
her name. She didn't stay in our town very long, but I did not like her either. They were just like, they were like too mature for being 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
So it was just not my kind of thing. Where like my friend was like, she teetered the line where she could go to the mature, but she could also still hang and be like 10.
She was still like silly, but like this girl, I feel like she really wanted to grow up fast. Like she was one of those that was looking to be
So
like.
once I
grown
went
up
there,
quick.
like we'd hang out like once in a while, and then when she started hanging around this girl, I was like, no. And then I rejoined the middle school, and it was like, I wonder if it was weird for her, because I remember being like, it was kind of weird, because it was like, oh,
She
hi.
just never spoke to you.
Yeah, we never talked, because then we went from middle school to high school together and never talked. Luckily, we didn't have any classes together. I think we had a few gyms, but no like actual classes, which was
That's weird. That
which
you
was
never
just
had any
luck,
classes.
I guess. But I just always, it was like weird. To me, that I remember seeing her and be like, oh hey, because she kind of talked with my best friend at that time. Like they were kind of, because she hung
In
around
a weird
like,
way, they were like friendly.
yeah, which was weird to me. Well, I think they were friendly because when I would have birthday parties, I would bring them together and like have them, hang out essentially. But it was just like, it was so weird because I remember being like, nothing, just hey, like we were strangers, like we didn't like, what was it, 10? I get no 5
So
years.
basically, you deal with difficult people by just like.
Ghosting them.
Yeah.
I know, actually, I didn't ghost them. I would try to talk to them to hang out, but they would just stop answering. So I guess I was ghosted. Well, it was a little bit of both, but like. Clearly, these two were not. They were not meant to be permanent friends. So I'm not going to put the effort.
No, and sometimes people aren't. They're just, What
Yeah.
does Kyle Richards say? A season, a reason, a time in your. I don't know.
I don't know.
Something.
I'm Crystal Minkoff dropping 14 friends in my trail. Okay, I'm not Ramona Singer with a party of 50. Okay.
No, but you know what? See, that's what this thing with these neighbor things. This is very no. This is very norm for you.
What?
I'm not surprised that you found something that would annoy you because, like, in a person like next door, because I know this is your thing. Like you, it just gets to you. But like for me at my job,
Yeah.
I don't have this.
She's
I
the
get
person
along with
that when you're
everybody.
in ShopRite and you see somebody behind,
Everybody talks to me.
They turn around and they're like, "Oh, I love that bread." She's not the person that points out the bread.
No.
She's the person that they turn to and like, "Oh my god, I've had that bread." Why are we at Trader Joe's and the guy's telling us about his traumatic life that he can't consume dairy, and now we know all his ins and out, that he was in a severe
How about
accident.
the guy that just at Trader Joe's this week? Diamond Dave. God bless him. He was telling me that I should go donate my plasma. That he does this and felt the need, just because I asked him where those crackers were, to tell me his. All right, granted, I asked him for two different things on two different things, but he felt like at this point we should be doing introductions and stuff.
I guess.
I don't know. But that's my thing, is I'm the person at work that I get along
She's
with
personable.
everybody. Nobody has a bad thing, like, not to be cocky, but no one ever has a bad thing to say about me. And that's the other thing that happened. Remember when I had that issue? Somebody actually said that I said stuff about them, and I was like, wait, what? I was almost like gonna cry, because I'm like, that's not me.
Yeah, she was taking that really
Like,
hard, that one.
Yeah, I just don't, like, if I don't like somebody, typically I'll just be like, okay, they're not for me or something, but I'll still be nice and pleasant to them. But yeah, that one.
The
got
best
me.
part of that
but
story,
this one
though,
I have to work with.
No,
like,
I know.
and
But
it's hard.
the best part of that story that you were just saying about the person who talked bad about you is now you have been doing extra shifts with them, and they've been talking to you like they're your best buddy.
She heard them.
180.
She heard them, and she was like, "Wait a minute, that's the same girl." I'm like, "Yep."
No. The guy that was.
Oh, the guy. Oh, yeah. Now the guy too.
Like,
but
they're
remember,
both,
you
like,
heard the
best
girl
buddies.
talking to me.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, "Who is that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's my buddy, the one that said I said all sorts of smacky dackies." And the guy, and the guy too. Yeah. But I'm still waiting for him to take the knife out of my back, because he was the one that talked. I said I talked about people, made up a lot of stories.
And now he gives you a little story time every time.
I gotta get out of that job. That's maybe the moral of the story.
Yeah, I told you to get out of that job because I need a 3-bedroom house with a space for a gym.
And no neighbors.
And no neighbors.
She needs miles and miles of neighbors. But you're like, you'll get a house and you'll have somebody next door that like blasts music and have parties on the front lawn.
Oh,
and crap.
perfect. You call the police for that. That doesn't even have to deal with
somebody
me.
here, remember? They did call the police.
Do you remember in our old apartment downstairs?
We tried to call the police.
No, we did. We did.
No, well, we did, but what I'm saying is we tried to call the police, be incognito, and unfortunately, because our door buzzer was antiquated, they had to buzz our apartment to get in.
Yeah, and it's like such an old building that like you could hear the buzzers.
Knew that buzzer came from our...
hopefully they didn't, because of
I don't
they were
think-
screaming so damn loud.
I
How
don't
could
think they
hear?
did. Yeah, she was threatening him, and I felt the need to.
It was more of like a safety thing. And if
talk
you're
about
wondering why we haven't called the
difficulty.
police on these fools over here for potential child endangerment, because it's not 100%.
No, I don't think they're endangering the
No.
child. I just think they're
No,
don't know
because
how to
when
parent.
when they fight, like mom came in the room and said, "Are you ever happy? You don't seem happy.
No,
Do you
but
think
you
I
had
care
a-
about
you
you?"
had a good
And then she
point.
goes, "I love you."
Yeah, but over here they called the police and said they have dogs and the dogs were barking. So
Yeah.
the people below them said that a pipe burst and they had to get into the apartment. I don't know how that solved anything, to be honest with you, because the dogs still kept barking.
Yeah.
So
And the dog still bark to this very day.
yeah,
So that's fun. Yeah, we're gonna have to do like a story time for apartments
Yeah,
and
we
living
definitely have
in
some.
houses, because
Oh, we got some doozies.
we
too.
have some doozies and we're not like, you may be like, you got worse than that. Yeah. I mean,
Oh my
come
God,
on,
if you do,
good
I'd
old
love
Bob.
to hear. Oh, Bob. That was his real name, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. Yeah. No, it was his name, but it wasn't his name.
It's her quest to figure out who everybody is, too. That's like a goal.
Stop that. Sounds creepy. No, I just want to know. Well, okay, listen.
But we don't like to keep just calling them.
No.
You know,
Okay,
we like
first
to
off-
give them names.
First off, though, listen here. If you don't live in an apartment, put your headspace in an apartment. You don't want to know who's living around you for
Yeah.
safety reasons?
I do.
I want to know why Joe Blow down the hall is setting the apartment on fire every day. Okay? Why is the fire alarm going off all the time?
If you can't cook, don't do it.
Yeah, I want to know. So I want to. Are you a
Remove her
fire
stove.
hazard? Are you an arsonist?
Well,
I need to know.
look.
Do you look like I see you and I'm seeing there's people stalking your Instagram? You have a violent neck. Should I be careful?
No, but you're right. I mean, you're putting your life in a lot of
I'm
people's
not-
hands because you could be all on point, and yet
Yeah, like, well, that's the main reason I want a house, because I'm not getting this 50 pounds worth of cat down a long flight of stairs
We tried
in a
this.
carriage.
We tried this. She
I'm
tried to.
not
She
getting
tried
them
to
out.
lift 50 pounds in the gym.
And I could do it, but the issue's still the stairs. I can't get down the
Yeah.
stairs.
Well, but they're going to be in a carriage. It's not the same. It's holding them. Yes, I wouldn't be able to do it either.
I know,
I'd be
but
like,
it will, hopefully we'll never have to see. Hopefully we'll just move out and the apartment will never burn down, because I will die in here.
so
just-
there's an issue. We're gonna have to wrap up because I have an itchy inside of my mouth,
Oh, jeez.
and that's gonna force me to make
Yeah, I
like
want grilled cheese.
sickened sounds and things.
All right, so maybe, I don't know what we'll do next week, but I don't know if we'll do the apartment stuff. We were also talking about being vegan as well. So we'll
yeah.
we'll see what we're gonna do next week. We'll think
I'll
about
come
it.
with no notes, and she'll have a freak out. And
Yeah, probably. And if you're like, why didn't you dive into personal family relationships?
no, you don't do that.
No,
Are we talking about
never.
difficult people? You don't want to bring that to the surface.
You don't make a record of that kind of stuff. Are you crazy?
Oh, in the words of reality TV, you never talk about the family.
You don't talk about the kids. You
And
don't
you'll
talk about the husband. Don't you
husbands.
dare talk about the husband.
No.
Okay, leave the kids and the husband out of it, pretty much. So that's that. So that's why we did
And the
it.
bottom
I
line
gave
is you love your family, so whatever they do to you, you
Yeah.
just are supposed
I
to
gave
forgive.
you enough with
and
the
you
friendships.
move on. And
And
you move on.
She lost her mind about the coworkers, so you're fine.
And it'll be again tomorrow when I go back in, because
Oh,
tomorrow...
I hope not.
Oh, no, tomorrow's not going to be good. It's Friday. We have the most people out, so he'll be
Thank God
losing
I
his
didn't. I
marbles.
was gonna rent a movie. Thank God I did. It sounds like I'm gonna be fielding a lot of calls.
I hope not. I really do. I hope not. But I
We all
can't
hope
promise
not.
you a rose garden. And
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening or watching. We hope you'll give us a good review. Maybe in the review, let us know your experience with relationships.
people that are hard to deal with, or somebody that just gets under your skin and you just can't let it go.
Yeah. Why don't you vent in the review?
Sure.
Why don't you type out and say, "This is for
She
so-and-so."
just looked at my feet. She's getting ready to vent.
Oh, did I?
I thought you did.
Oh, no.
I did make a move. I did make a sound.
All right. And make sure you subscribe and follow and turn notifications so you don't miss an episode. And if you're on YouTube, give a thumbs up. Don't give a thumbs down. Instead, leave a comment telling us how you can and how we can improve, not how you can improve.
Unless you need to improve,
I
then
mean,
you
yeah,
do what
maybe
you got to
if
do
you
for
have to
yourself.
improve, you go ahead.
Yeah.
If you're just working on your New Year's goals now, that's fine because Lunar New Year just passed. So it's like,
Yeah, just
if
do
you're
it again.
going by that, it's fine.
No.
And what else do I say? Oh, make sure you check out our other podcast.
Yes, yeah.
We watch it all. We post there every Monday.
Yeah.
And if you haven't caught on now, we're posting here every Friday. So we will start and end your week.
That's what we like to do for you.
How fun and exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. You might want to hit the button and go slap a difficult person.
No, we don't condone
Just turn the other
violence.
cheek and just.
And then slap him on that cheek.
or just keep turning the cheeks and just keep going. Keep your hands to yourself, folks.
Maybe splurge on a nice pair of noise canceling headphones.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll treat myself. Actually, I was gonna treat myself to Legos, but it's whatever.
Hit the button, please.
Okay,
Please.
bye bye.